My child, are you tired? Do you feel the immense weight of this long season, wondering if I have somehow forgotten the promises I whispered to your heart in the quiet of the night? You have stood in the storm for so long, holding onto a sliver of faith, while the winds of hardship have howled around you, threatening to extinguish even that. You look at the horizon, searching for a break in the clouds, for a single ray of light to confirm that I am still here, and that this struggle is not your forever. I have seen your endurance, and I have measured every tear. I am speaking to you now, directly to your weary spirit, to tell you that the chapter of your trial is closing. Have you ever felt like you experience the world more deeply than others? As if your soul has a sensitivity that feels both the exquisite joy and the profound sorrow of life, with an intensity that can sometimes feel overwhelming. This is not a weakness, beloved. This is a sign. I fashioned your heart to be a vessel of great empathy, to feel with the tenderness that reflects my own heart. It is this very sensitivity that has made this season so difficult, for you have not only carried your own burdens, but you have felt the weight of the world around you. Do not mistake this for a flaw. It is the fingerprint of your divine purpose, a sign that you are called to be a healer and a comforter in a world desperate for true connection. Do you carry a fierce, unyielding sense of justice within you? A fire that burns against the wrongs you see, a deep, instinctual knowledge of how things ought to be, filled with fairness, kindness, and integrity. This inner compass, which points so unfailingly toward truth, is another sign I have placed within you. It is a reflection of my own character. This divine discontent with the status quo is not meant to torment you, but to fuel you. It is the catalyst for the change I will bring through you. In this season of hardship, you may have felt that your passion for justice has only brought you into conflict and pain. But I tell you, it has been forging you into a warrior of light who will one day stand and speak with my authority. Have you often felt a sense of not quite belonging, as if you are a traveler in a foreign land, searching for a home you have never seen but that your soul remembers? This feeling of being an outsider, of your spirit yearning for something more than this world can offer, is not a sign of rejection. It is the sacred homesickness of a spirit that knows its true origin lies with me. You were created for eternity, for a purpose that transcends the temporary ambitions of this world. This season of hardship has only intensified that feeling, making you feel isolated and alone. But I have been using this isolation to teach you to find your home in me alone, so that no matter where you go, you are always secure in my presence. You possess a resilience that has surprised even you. Think of the times you were certain you would break, the moments when the pressure was so intense you felt your spirit would shatter into a million pieces. Yet you are still here. This enduring strength, this ability to get back up after every fall, is a powerful sign of the spirit I have placed within you. It is the spirit of a conqueror. This hardship has not been a punishment, it has been a training ground. I have been conditioning your spiritual muscles, teaching you to draw strength not from your own limited reserves, but from the infinite well of my power that resides within you. The endurance you have built is a testament to the warrior I am raising you to be. Consider the dreams I have planted in your heart, the visions for your life that seem so much larger than your current reality. These are not mere fantasies or wishful thinking. They are prophecies, glimpses of the destiny I have written for you. In this season of hardship, the distance between your reality and those dreams has felt like an impassable chasm, a source of deep discouragement. You have been tempted to abandon them, to dismiss them as foolish. But these dreams are a sign of the calling on your life, a promise of the territory I have destined for you to possess. This season has been about preparing the foundation upon which those grand visions will be built. Every trial has been a necessary stone laid in that foundation. I have seen the profound loneliness that has wrapped itself around you like a shroud in this season. You have walked through crowds feeling completely invisible, your silent cries for help and understanding going unanswered. You have felt the sting of being misunderstood by those you thought would be your staunchest allies, your motives questioned, your heart invalidated. This was not because you are unlovable or unworthy of connection. I allowed this profound isolation so you would learn the unshakable truth that I am the one friend who never leaves, the one companion who understands the deepest chambers of your heart without you ever needing to speak a word. You have felt the emptiness of human companionship so you could discover the fullness of my divine presence. I know the piercing pain of betrayal you have endured, the shock and the sorrow of having your trust shattered by someone you loved, someone you invested your heart in. It left a wound so deep you thought it would never heal, building walls around your heart to protect it from ever feeling such agony again. I saw the tears you cried in secret, the nights you replayed the words and actions in your mind, trying to make sense of it all. I was there, grieving with you. This painful experience was permitted not to make you bitter, but to make you wise. It has taught you the invaluable lesson of placing your ultimate trust in me, the one who will never betray you, never forsake you, and whose love is the only truly safe harbor for your heart. I have witnessed your struggle with lack, the constant anxiety that has gnawed at your peace, the fear of not having enough, the stress of watching resources dwindle, the humility of having to go without. You have prayed for breakthrough, for provision, for a sign that I am your provider, yet the pressure has remained. This season of financial hardship was never about punishing you or withholding good things from you. It was about severing your dependency on the material world and teaching you that I am your one true source. I have been stripping away your reliance on your own efforts, on the economy, on your job, so that when I open the floodgates of blessing, you will know with absolute certainty that it came from my hand alone. I have been with you in the dead of night, when fear has held you captive. Fear of the future, fear of failure, fear of this painful season never ending. It has felt like a relentless tormentor, whispering lies of doubt and despair into your mind, stealing your sleep and your joy. You have fought it, prayed against it, and yet it has often returned, a persistent shadow in your life. Beloved, I allowed you to face these fears not to break you, but to teach you how to fight with spiritual weapons. You have been learning to wield the sword of my word, to stand on the shield of faith, and to find your refuge under the shadow of my wings. You are emerging from this battle not as a victim of fear, but as a fearless warrior who knows where their true safety lies. I have seen your physical and emotional exhaustion, the weariness that has settled deep into your bones, making even the smallest tasks feel like climbing a mountain. This season has drained you, not just spiritually, but in every conceivable way. Your energy has been depleted, your motivation has waned, and you have felt like you are running on empty, with nothing left to give. This utter depletion was allowed to bring you to the end of your own strength. It is only when we are empty of our own power that we can be truly filled with mine. You have been learning the sacred art of resting in me, of letting my strength be made perfect in your weakness, a lesson that will sustain you for the rest of your days. I have heard every prayer that you felt bounced off the ceiling, every desperate plea for a sign, for a change, for relief. You have poured out your heart, questioning if I was even listening. The silence in response has been perhaps the most difficult part of this entire season, making you feel abandoned and unheard in your darkest hour. But silence is not absence. In the silence, I have been working in ways you could not see. I was moving pieces, preparing hearts, and arranging circumstances for your ultimate good. My silence was an invitation for you to trust me beyond your senses, to have faith not in what you could see or hear, but in who you know I am. Your faith, refined in this silence, is more precious than gold. I have watched you wrestle with the ghosts of your past, the memories of failure and hurt that this season of hardship has brought to the surface. Old wounds have been reopened, and past insecurities have screamed for your attention. You felt like you were moving backward, losing ground you thought you had already gained. This was not a regression, it was a divine excavation. I have been going deep into the foundations of your heart, exposing the broken places not to shame you, but to heal you completely. We have been pulling out the roots of old pain so that you can build your future on a foundation that is solid, whole, and completely redeemed by my grace. I know the frustration you have felt when you have seen others moving forward, receiving their blessings, while you have felt stuck in a relentless holding pattern. The temptation to compare your journey to theirs has been strong, bringing with it feelings of envy and questions about your own worthiness. Why them and not me? I have not been unfairly withholding from you. Your journey is unique, and your preparation has required a different path and a different timeline. The depth of your calling requires a strength of character that could not be rushed. I have been protecting you from a premature promotion that you were not yet equipped to handle. Your time is coming, and it will be perfectly orchestrated. My child, I have seen you carry burdens that were never yours to bear, taking on the responsibility for the happiness and well-being of others to your own detriment. Your compassionate heart has led you to absorb the pain and problems of those around you, leaving you emotionally and spiritually drained. This season has been so heavy because you have been trying to be the savior for everyone in your life. I have allowed this weight to become unbearable to teach you the critical lesson of surrender. You are learning to place the people and situations you cannot control into my hands, to trust my sovereignty over their lives, and to walk in the freedom of knowing that you are only responsible for your part, not the outcome. I have also seen the moments you almost gave up, the mornings you struggled to get out of bed, the nights you cried yourself to sleep, the times the thought of surrender felt like a sweet release. You stood at the crossroads of faith and despair, and the path of least resistance seemed so tempting. I was there in those moments, whispering strength into your spirit, reminding you of who you are and the purpose I have for your life. Every time you chose to take one more step, to hold on for one more day, you were winning a victory of cosmic significance. You may have felt weak, but in my eyes, your perseverance in the face of utter despair has been an act of breathtaking courage. I know the confusion that has clouded your mind, the inability to see the path forward. It has felt as though you are walking in a thick fog, with no clear direction or sense of purpose. You have prayed for clarity, for a map to guide you, but have received none. This season of uncertainty has been intentional. I have been teaching you to walk by faith, not by sight. You have been learning to listen for the gentle whisper of my voice, rather than looking for a grand sign. You have been developing a spiritual sensitivity that can only be honed in the absence of clear sight, learning to trust the guidance of my spirit one small, uncertain step at a time. This skill will be invaluable in the days to come. I have witnessed the attacks on your identity. The enemy has used this season of hardship to bombard you with lies about who you are. He has told you that you are a failure, that you are forgotten, that your mistakes define you, that you are worthless. These lies have echoed in your mind, trying to erode your understanding of your value as my beloved child. This spiritual warfare has been intense, a direct assault on the truth of your identity in me. But through it all, I have been reinforcing the truth in your spirit. You are learning to distinguish my voice of love and affirmation from the enemy's voice of condemnation, and this discernment is a powerful weapon you will carry forever. I saw your disappointment when doors you were sure I had led you to were suddenly slammed shut. The opportunities that seemed so promising, the relationships that felt so right, the paths that appeared so clear, all coming to an abrupt and painful end. You questioned my guidance, wondering if you had heard me wrong. These closed doors were not punishments or mistakes, they were my divine protection. I saw the hidden dangers, the heartache, and the detours that lay behind those doors. In my infinite love and wisdom, I closed them to keep you on the true and better path I have prepared for you. You have been learning to trust my rejections as much as my directions. And I have felt the ache in your heart from deferred hope. The psalmist wrote that hope deferred makes the heart sick, and your heart has been sick with longing for the fulfillment of my promises. The constant waiting, the not yet, has been a trial of its own. It has tested your patience and your trust in my timing. This prolonged period of waiting has not been a passive state, but an active one. In the waiting, I have been purifying your motives, deepening your desires for me above my gifts, and aligning your heart's rhythm with mine. You are learning that the greatest blessing is not the promise itself, but the intimate relationship with me that is cultivated in the season of waiting. Now listen closely, for this is the revelation I want to pour into your spirit. This season of hardship has not been a random series of unfortunate events, nor has it been a sign of my displeasure. It has been a sacred, intentional, and necessary process of transformation. I have been the refiner, and your life has been the precious metal in the fire. The intense heat you have felt was necessary to burn away the impurities, the pride, the fear, the self-reliance, the hidden insecurities that would have hindered your destiny. What you have perceived as destruction has been my process of purification. I have been preparing you to shine with a brilliance and purity that can only be forged in the hottest flames. Think of a master potter with a piece of clay. To create a vessel of great beauty and purpose, the clay must be pressed, molded, and spun on the wheel. It must be subjected to pressure to take its intended shape. My child, you are the clay, and I am the potter. I have had my hands on you throughout this entire season. The pressures you have felt, the moments you have felt squeezed and reshaped, were the gentle but firm actions of your Creator, molding you into a vessel capable of holding the immense blessings and responsibilities I am about to pour into you. I could not place the new wine of the next season into a vessel that was not yet ready. The shaping, though uncomfortable, was an act of profound love. Consider the training of a great warrior. They are not made in times of peace and comfort. They are forged in the crucible of adversity, their skills sharpened in the midst of simulated and real battles. They learn endurance by marching long distances. They learn strength by lifting heavy weights. They learn strategy by facing difficult challenges. This season has been your spiritual boot camp. You have been learning to fight, to stand firm in your faith, to wield the authority I have given you. Every challenge was a training exercise designed to equip you for the greater battles ahead, where you will lead others to victory. You are not being defeated. You are being trained for your enthronement. Picture a great oak tree. Its strength and ability to withstand the fiercest storms do not come from its visible branches, but from its deep, unseen root system. In seasons of drought and stillness, the tree does not grow upward but downward, pushing its roots deeper into the earth in search of water. This season of hardship has been your season of downward growth. While it may have looked like you were stagnant and unproductive on the surface, beneath it all, you have been driving your roots deeper into me. You have been establishing a foundation of faith and intimacy with me that will anchor you and provide nourishment for the incredible upward growth that is about to come. The coming storms of blessing will not be able to uproot you. I have been teaching you the language of lament, the holy art of pouring out your honest, raw, and unfiltered heart to me. In a world that often encourages a superficial, everything is fine spirituality, you have learned to be real with me. You have screamed, you have cried, you have questioned, and in doing so, you have forged a relationship with me that is not based on pretense but on authentic intimacy. You have discovered that I am big enough to handle your doubts, your anger, and your pain. This authenticity is a rare and beautiful gift, and it has deepened our connection in a way that seasons of ease never could. You have learned that true worship can happen in the valley as powerfully as on the mountaintop. Throughout this ordeal, I have been meticulously recalibrating your heart's desires. You entered this season with many good dreams and plans, but some were tinged with personal ambition, a need for validation, or a reliance on your own talents. Through the process of stripping everything away, I have been purifying your motives. I have been teaching you to desire my glory above your own, to seek my will instead of your own agenda, and to find your identity in being my child rather than in your accomplishments. The dreams I am returning to you now are purer, grander, and more aligned with my eternal purposes, because they have been cleansed in the fire of surrender. You have developed a compassion for others that is breathtaking. Because you have walked through the valley of the shadow of death, you can now sit with others in their own valleys without offering empty platitudes. You understand the language of pain. You know what it feels like to be hopeless, to be afraid, to feel alone. The comfort that I have given you in your suffering is now a wellspring of comfort that you will pour out to others. Your scars will be a testament to your healing, giving hope to those who are still wounded. You could not have learned this profound, empathetic compassion in a classroom. It could only be learned in the fellowship of suffering. Your faith is no longer a fragile, theoretical concept. It is now a proven, tested, and powerful reality. It is a faith that is not dependent on circumstances, feelings, or outcomes. It is a faith that has looked into the abyss of despair and has still chosen to believe in my goodness. It is a faith that has been battered by the storm and has held fast to the anchor of my promises. This kind of faith is unstoppable. It is the faith that moves mountains, the faith that parts seas, the faith that brings forth miracles. The enemy's attempt to crush your faith has backfired spectacularly. He has only succeeded in refining it into a diamond-hard weapon. I have been severing your soul ties to the opinions and approval of others. For so long, you have been driven by a need to be liked, to be accepted, to fit in. This season of isolation and misunderstanding has been a painful but necessary surgery to cut those cords of dependency. You have been learning to stand on my approval alone, to find your worth and value in what I say about you, not what the world says. This newfound freedom is one of the greatest gifts you will take from this season. You will now be able to walk in your calling with boldness and courage, unafraid of criticism or rejection, because you are anchored in the unshakable truth of my love for you. And now, the reason for this message, the truth I want you to receive in the deepest part of your being. The preparation is complete. The work that needed to be done in you during this season is finished. The roots have gone deep enough. The vessel has been shaped. The warrior is trained. The gold has been purified. It is time. I am the God of seasons, the one who sets the times and the epochs. And I declare to you today that your winter is over. The season of hardship is ending, not just because you have endured enough, but because its divine purpose in your life has been fulfilled. I am now commanding a shift in your spiritual atmosphere. Just as I spoke to the storm on the Sea of Galilee and said, "Peace, be still," I am now speaking over your life and your circumstances. I am speaking peace to your troubled mind, stillness to your anxious heart, and an end to the chaos that has surrounded you. You are about to witness a sudden and dramatic change. The things that have been a source of constant struggle and resistance will begin to fall away with ease. The winds that have been blowing against you will now begin to blow at your back, pushing you forward into your destiny. The doors that I closed for your protection are now being replaced by gates that I am throwing wide open for your advancement. These are not small opportunities, but grand, sweeping avenues of purpose that you could not have imagined. They will lead you into rooms you never thought you would enter and place you before people you never thought you would meet. There will be no striving or forcing these gates open. You will walk through them with a supernatural grace and favor, because I have gone before you to prepare the way. Where you once met with rejection, you will now be met with a resounding yes. I am releasing a wave of restoration into your life. The years that the locusts have eaten, the years of sorrow, of lack, of lost time, I am redeeming them. I will restore your joy, your peace, your finances, your health, and your relationships. But I am not a God who simply replaces what was lost. I am a God of abundance, of multiplication. I will restore to you more than you ever had before. The blessing I am releasing will be a double portion for your trouble. Your testimony will not be just that you survived, but that you came out of the fire with more than you had when you went in. The relationships that have been broken or strained will now enter a season of healing. I am softening hearts, bringing clarity to misunderstandings, and orchestrating divine reconciliations. I am also bringing new, divinely appointed people into your life. These will be your tribe, your allies, your fellow warriors. They will be people who see you, who understand you, and who will champion your calling. The season of profound loneliness is over. You are entering a season of deep, meaningful, and life-giving community that will support you and celebrate you as you step into your purpose. The divine dreams and visions I placed in your heart, the ones you almost gave up on, are now being resurrected. I am breathing new life into them. What once seemed impossible will now seem inevitable. I will provide the resources, the connections, and the strategies to bring these heavenly blueprints into earthly reality. You will begin to see tangible progress, small and large steps of fulfillment that will build your momentum and your confidence. You are stepping out of the season of waiting and into the season of building and creating with me. Your hands will now build what your heart has long held. Your voice, which has been quieted by pain and discouragement, will now be amplified. I am giving you a new authority and a new boldness to speak the truths I have taught you in the valley. Your words will carry weight and power, bringing hope to the hopeless, healing to the broken, and freedom to the captive. People will listen because they will hear the ring of authenticity in your voice, the sound of someone who has been with me in the fire. You will not be sharing theories. You will be sharing the powerful testimony of your own journey, and it will unlock the breakthrough in others. I am releasing a fresh anointing of creativity and inspiration over you. The mental fog of survival mode is lifting, and your mind will become clear, sharp, and filled with my divine ideas. Whether in your work, your art, your ministry, or your home, you will experience a flow of creativity that feels effortless. Solutions to long-standing problems will come to you in an instant. You will see things from my higher perspective, allowing you to innovate and create in ways that will bring blessing and abundance not only to you, but to many others as well. This is the season where you transition from merely surviving to truly thriving. Your spirit, which has been so weary from the constant battle, is now being infused with a new strength and vitality. I am pouring out my spirit upon you in a fresh way, reviving your inner being. The exhaustion will be replaced with a divine energy, the apathy with a renewed passion, the despair with an unshakable joy. This joy will be your strength, a deep, abiding gladness that is not dependent on your circumstances, but is rooted in your connection to me. It will be a magnet for others, drawing them to the light and life that radiates from within you. The financial struggles that have caused you so much stress are coming to an end. I am the God who owns the cattle on 1,000 hills, and it is my pleasure to provide for my children. I am opening up new streams of income, releasing unexpected financial blessings, and giving you the wisdom to be a good steward of my provision. I am breaking the spirit of poverty and lack off of your life, and establishing you in a mindset of kingdom abundance. You will have more than enough to meet your own needs, and an overflow to be a blessing to others. You will be a conduit of my resources into the world. And now, my child, it is time to rise. Leave the memory of the valley behind you. Do not dwell on the pain of the past, for it has served its purpose. It has shaped you, but it no longer defines you. Your identity is not the one who suffered. Your identity is my beloved child, a warrior of light, a co-heir with Christ, chosen and called for such a time as this. Stand up, shake off the dust of your former season, and lift your eyes to the horizon. See the dawn that is breaking upon your life. The night is over. A new day has begun. Embrace your scars. Do not hide them in shame, for they are the proof of your victory. They tell a story of survival, of resilience, and of my faithfulness. They are reminders that what was meant to destroy you has only made you stronger and more beautiful. Every scar is a mark of honor, a testament to the battles you have fought and won through my strength. They are now points of connection, allowing you to relate to the pain of others and offer them the credible hope that healing is possible. Your scars preach a more powerful sermon than your words ever could. Begin to walk in the authority I have given you. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are a creator of your reality through the power of my spirit within you. Speak my promises over your life. Declare the end of the old season and the beginning of the new. Use the voice I have amplified to command the mountains of impossibility in your life to be moved. You have been through the fire and have come out with a new level of spiritual authority. Do not be timid or hesitant. Step into your power and watch as the world around you begins to align with the word of God in your mouth. Forgive those who have hurt you. This is not for them, it is for you. Releasing them from the debt of their offense will untether you from the pain of the past and allow you to soar into the future I have for you. Holding onto bitterness and resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. It only hurts you and blocks the flow of my blessings. I will give you the grace to release them, to let go of your right to be angry, and to trust me to be the righteous judge. Your freedom is found in the powerful act of forgiveness. Open your heart to receive. After being in a defensive posture for so long, it can be difficult to let your guard down and accept goodness. But I am calling you to become a receiver again. Prepare to receive my love, my grace, my provision, my joy. Do not self-sabotage the blessings I am sending your way because you feel unworthy or are suspicious of good things. You are worthy because I have made you worthy. This is your season of harvest. Let your heart be fertile ground for the seeds of blessing I am sowing into your life. Begin to dream with me again. Let the walls of limitation you have built around your heart crumble. Do not let the disappointments of the past dictate the size of your future. I am a God who does exceedingly and abundantly more than all you can ask or imagine. I am inviting you to ask big, to believe big, and to expect big things from me. Dust off those old prophecies and visions. Dare to believe that the best is truly yet to come, because with me, it always is. Your future is as bright as my promises, and my promises never fail. You are my masterpiece, a poem written by my own hand, designed to display my glory and my goodness to the world. Every part of your story, including the painful season you are now leaving, is a verse in that poem. Nothing has been wasted. I am weaving it all together into a beautiful tapestry that will inspire hope in countless others. Your life is my message to the world that resurrection is real, that beauty can come from ashes, and that no night is so dark that my dawn cannot break through it. Live is the work of art that you are. Rest in my love. Above all else, know this: you are deeply, completely, and unconditionally loved by me. My love is not based on your performance, your perfection, or your strength. I loved you at your lowest point in this past season, and I love you now as you stand on the cusp of your greatest breakthrough. Let this love be the foundation upon which you build your new life. Let it be the fortress you run to when you feel afraid, and the well you draw from when you feel empty. My love is the one constant in your life, and it will never, ever fail you. Be a beacon of hope. Take the comfort you have received and share it freely. Look for the hurting, the broken, and the discouraged around you. Be the friend you wished you had in your darkest hour. Share your story, not from a place of pride, but from a place of humility and gratitude. Your journey will be a lifeline for someone who is just a few steps behind you, someone who thinks they are alone in their struggle. You are now being commissioned as a minister of my hope in a world that desperately needs it. If these words have been a balm to your soul today, a confirmation of what your spirit has been sensing, I encourage you to subscribe to Eternal Soul Whispers. This is a place for you to continue to receive strength, hope, and reminders of my unfailing love for you. Let this channel be a constant source of encouragement as you walk into the new, beautiful season that I have prepared for you. Join this community of believers who are rising from their own seasons of hardship, ready to embrace the glorious future that awaits. And finally, my beloved child, be still and know that I am God. I am in control. I have always been in control, even when your world felt like it was spinning out of it. Your season of hardship is over. The dawn is here. Step into the light. Walk forward with courage, with joy, and with the unshakable confidence that I am with you. I am for you, and the very best is yet to come. Your story of redemption is just beginning, and it is going to be more beautiful than you could ever imagine. Welcome to your new beginning.